DART services are a piece of a continuum of care. There's all sorts of care that's delivered that allows us to be healthy, from prevention, from education in schools, through primary care, etc. And you need the entire continuum to be a successful system. And DART represents a key component of that successful system, along with many others. DART's a busy service. We average more than 2 flights a day. And one of the things that's most important and most significant is that this service doesn't just serve New Hampshire. It doesn't just serve Manchester. Even though the 2 sites for our hangars are in Lebanon and Manchester, this service really serves all of northern New England, Massachusetts, and New York State. And in fact, we know that we've transported patients across, as our chief had said to us, the Green Mountains and the White Mountains, as far south as Massachusetts and as far west as New York State. Creating these kinds of partnerships is what's critical. We not only have partnerships with other air service and emergency service providers, we have partnerships with other healthcare providers. And it's this type of approach, this collaborative approach, that really improves the likelihood that we are going to deliver on this promise of achieving the healthiest population. And it's focused on delivering the best care in the right place at the right time, every time.
A little hard to talk about what happened. I was gone to work on a Wednesday, was it? Mm-hmm. March 17th this year. And in the morning, I started feeling sick to my stomach, cold sweats. It just didn't feel right. So our employee usually doesn't come back from over the mountain on Wednesdays, came back and says, "You're not looking very well." Sorry. And so he said, "Either you need to go to the hospital or I'll call your wife." So I called Mary Lou and we went to the hospital, and she can take over from here.
I got Ed to the emergency room, and they hooked him up to an EKG, and we were probably there 10 minutes, and Ed flatlined. And after shocking him 14 times, I was told that he probably wouldn't make it, and our only hope was to get him on that chopper. And even if I got him on the chopper, our hope still wasn't very well. So Deanna and her crew got him on the chopper, and she's going to take the story from there.
Hi, I'm Deanna. Very happy to be here today. I was the nurse that was here at Manchester when we got the call that we were going to be picking up a critically ill patient from Rutland Regional Medical Center in cardiac arrest. My partner, Scott, and I got into the helicopter, and en route to Rutland, we got some basic information. And then on our arrival to Rutland, at the bedside, we quickly realized that Mr. Thompson was much more critically ill than originally anticipated. He was in full cardiac arrest when we got there. They were giving him multiple rounds of life-saving drugs to try to get his heart to start beating again. He continued to arrest many times while we were there, and we worked collaboratively with Rutland Regional to actively resuscitate him. Once we thought we had him stabilized, we tried to transfer him over to our stretcher, and he arrested again. Once we got him again stabilized, we put him on the stretcher and loaded him into the helicopter. On the way to the hospital, to Dartmouth, he arrested again, and we were again able to resuscitate him. And the flight was only 12 minutes long, so it was a very short ride for us. Once we got to Dartmouth, we offloaded him from the helicopter and took him to the cath lab, and they took it from there. They were able to successfully treat his blockage, and I heard after that, I heard that he was doing well. I actually saw Mary Lou in the cafeteria about 10 days later, and she had told me that he was doing much better. So we were very happy to hear that.
So after they got him there, Dr. Hedelman, Dr. Ball, and their crew did surgery and placed 4 stents in Ed. And they put him in an induced coma for 10 days. And on my birthday, he woke up for me. And from there, we started our fight to get him back better. So his kidneys had shut down. We were in Dartmouth over 30 days doing dialysis. And when we went home, we did 2 months of dialysis in another hospital, and his kidneys kicked back in, where he's done cardiac rehab. He's feeling much better. And I just can't thank everyone in critical care enough. The doctors, the nurses, they not only took care of my husband, but they took care of me, right down to the kindest man that you have in your waiting room, and his name is Gregory. He's a godsend. I know that you doctors probably don't even realize he's there, but he's a wonderful, wonderful man. And I just thank everyone that helped save my husband's life.
The future looks pretty bright here for DART in southern New Hampshire, and we're pleased to be looking forward to providing services that are both going to enhance the safety of this kind of operation as well as the improvement of patient care. I'd like to point out a sort of a first-in-the-world project that's happening here in the state of New Hampshire and in the state of Vermont, and that is to create a what's called a special helicopter IFR, meaning Instrument Flight Rules infrastructure. So we are creating instrument approaches so that we can fly in more difficult weather conditions, more challenging weather conditions, and we're creating connecting routes between those landing procedures that we have at those hospitals to help us safely and quickly get to more patients, even when New England weather systems cause us a great challenge. And so over this next year, we will be completing a total of 30 special approaches to hospitals that use us most regularly in Vermont and New Hampshire. And as we discover additional need for this service, we'll develop it additionally as well.